This is a really interesting little ship here. It was originally built for the Norwegian Navy as a research vessel, and then it got sold in 2014 to a new owner, and he spent over 10 million euros replacing the main engines and 3 gensets, all with new Caterpillar equipment. It's got a new interior, it's got new electronics, and the systems were all upgraded. So basically consider it to be a newer boat than it's the date on the hull. It's just over 42 meters, which is about 141 feet. It looks bigger, and it's got, we'll get into the interior. I mean, it's just got incredible use of space inside of this hull. So this was built to DNV Ice-Class 1 meter of ice. And it's got a 10-ton A-frame on the back, so that'll handle your larger submersibles. It's got a large crane there. This is the ROV hangar, so it was built with that, and it's got major ROV capabilities, including a tool room for the ROV and an operations room for the ROV. It can go 12 knots. It'll cruise at 10 knots to get its full range. It has dynamic positioning. It's DP1 with a Rolls-Royce DP system, which is great for diving and for staying on station to do scientific research. What else can we see here looking at it? It's actually got a little hot tub up here, which is kind of cool. I just want to pull up this GA. So it's got a single main engine, main Caterpillar engine. It goes into a shuttle water jet thruster there. That's very good for directional control rather than just a prop and a rudder. The safe manning requirement on this vessel is only 4 crew, so it can be run economically in terms of the number of crew that you have to have on board. Right now, the way it's set up, it has bunks for 27 crew and passengers. You'll also notice if you get into the specs and look at the GA that these cabins up here on this deck, right under the bridge deck, are all single-person cabins with ensuite heads. If you wanted to up the capacity, you could probably put in Pullman berths, and you could probably pick up about another 12 or 14 berths that way, depending on the use of the vessel that you have in mind. Although it's ice class and certainly was built for operating in the extreme northern climates, it's also fully air conditioned. So it can operate in the tropics as well. So here's another view of it. You can see that this big upper deck here is not really utilized that much. So if you were going to go for private use, you could make use of that. And a big open work space on the aft deck. The crane obviously reaches up here. You've got tender storage there. And so there's room for your submersible operations and other water toys on that big open aft deck with the big crane there. Obviously a very rugged steel hull because it's ice class. And again, unlike white boats, this is a steel hull that you can go any place in, and you can whack up against the dock. Right here you can see that it's tied up against tire fenders. And that's typically what you're going to find if you're going to really go exploring the oceans. You're going to end up alongside tires. And they're not nice for glossy plastic yachts, but these boats, it really isn't going to bother. So you can see here in the engine room that it is a modern engine room. It's all 2015. So when these installations were done, the piping, the electric systems, everything would have been renewed to 2015. So that is modern standards. Not that much has changed in those last 7 years. There's the engineer's office with all the monitoring equipment. Again, all the galley equipment would be new from 2015. So that's all modern, which is nice. So this is obviously a highly capable ocean research ship. It also has the range and the systems to be an expedition yacht. The interior could be spiffed up a little bit for private use. With the new engines and new electronics, it's got a lot of life left in it, and it was built to the highest standard. It was built by the Norwegian shipbuilders for the Norwegian Navy as a research ship. So the pedigree really couldn't be much better. Let me know if you'd like more information on this. I would really look forward to doing the survey and sea trial on this boat. It's a cool boat.